everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity and for your time. I'm Sylvain, the CEO and co-founder of SESAMm, and I'm joined today by Dave from our US team. SESAMm is an AI company. We focus on analyzing billions of documents in order to extract critical ESG and risk insights on millions of different companies. We're a team of around 100 people. We work primarily with large financial institutions and corporates, and we recently raised a Series B round for $37 million. So what we want to show you today is a new pure generative AI feature inside our core platform dedicated to ESG controversy detection. So the goal of this platform is basically to track risks in real time on millions of different companies, from investments to clients of banks to suppliers, for example. Because the big issue that exists in the industry in terms of risk management and ESG metrics is that after the first due diligence, no one is ever looking at these companies. And so we aim to solve this and to analyze these risks in real time. And with generative AI, we built a chatbot in order to even better interact with that type of data. So here we can have a first look at this chatbot called ChatReveal, which aims at assessing these different ESG controversies. So the goal of this chatbot is really to better interact with the data. It's a layer on top of our ESG controversy data. And so we can ask the chatbot, for example, for information on a company like Glovo. So Glovo is a private company. They're a competitor of Uber Eats or Just Eat or Deliveroo, for example. And the system automatically detects all of the ESG controversies in our database in order to identify the relevant risks. For example, Glovo has been targeted by an antitrust investigation, which is very critical for the company. And even worse, more than 3,000 of their freelance employees may be recategorized as full-time employees. And as you know, in these types of business model, it can be really, really critical. So using our chatbot, we can automatically interpret these controversies, identify these risks, but on top of that, we can link that back to our core platform and analyze the underlying controversies and all of the contents themselves. So here we can see our core platform. We see each individual event categorized as a potential risk. So for example, anti-competitive practices or specific employee relations related risk. And we can see that each individual event is categorized based on its intensity score, the level of severity of a controversy from 0 to 5. So 5 being the highest level of controversy. And we can see that Glovo is exposed to some relatively major controversies. In addition to that, not only can we have a look at the different controversies, understand the patterns over time and the scores, we can actually drill into the underlying source of the information. And we all know that this is pretty critical in terms of generative AI, being able to source an answer and to understand the reason for how a score, a numerical score, may have evolved over time and how a controversy emerges. So the system is used today by a number of players in the industry, especially large, major institutional financial institutions, so banks like Raiffeisen Bank, for example, private equity firms like Carlyle, and they are tracking investments, suppliers, and clients of their own. And the big benefits of our solution are the following. The first one is that we track more than 5 million companies. And this is the reason why we are really appreciated in the field of private investment, private equity, private debt, is because we are the only solution that can systematically track small financial assets, small firms that no one has insights about. The second thing is that we generate daily information. So in comparison with ratings and ESG scores that tend to be lagged by more than 3 months to a year sometimes, our data is updated every single day. So when a controversy emerges, we can immediately pick it up and inform the clients. And finally, we have more than 15 years of historical data. So for any, say, due diligence on a supplier, for example, we're able to go back in time and understand whether there is a controversy risk that emerged 3, 5, 10 years ago, and that may still leave a mark on the company. So going back to our chatbot ChatReveal, another thing that we can do is automatically identify a peer set and competitors of a specific company. So we go back to Glovo, and we see that Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eat are identified as competitors. And the system is actually very good at identifying competitors, even of very small firms, because we have a huge knowledge graph in the background. So even if it's a private company, we can source a peer set, identify the different competitors, and automatically benchmark the company against its peers. And again, we can link that back to our core dashboards and do the volume analysis, negative sentiment analysis, early warning analysis, in order to really identify the key characteristics of the company, and in order to identify the risks not just at company level, but also at sector level, really understanding some of the systemic risks that exist for that peer set. And so it's actually used a lot in private equity specifically because it's a task that is usually addressed by consulting. So a lot of our clients use this in order to get these types of insights in just a few seconds automatically without any pain. And they can get information from millions of local sources in multiple languages, including NGO websites, social websites, premium news content, all from the same platform. So the system is already used live today by multiple types of teams inside banks, financial institutions, hedge funds, asset managers, and private equity firms. We work primarily with ESG and sustainability teams, with risk teams, asset management, of course, but also with procurement teams that are using the system in order to track their suppliers automatically. And this is finally a system where the analysis of any type of company can be addressed with the same platform, whether it's an investment, whether it's a supplier, or whether it's a corporate client of a bank, for example. And with generative AI, we're able to really interact with that data much more quickly and much more efficiently. So I'll leave you for this presentation with just a few calls to actions. Please come see us, Dave and I, at our booth. We're at the left of the room in the main hall. Have a look at our website, SESAMm.com, SESAMM.com, and feel free to request a free trial or free POC. We would love to work with you. Thank you very much, everyone.